For episode 5 of Coffee Chats with SJB, I have attorney and access advocate Rochelle Johnson-Bent. I want that authentic reaction.
Oh no, that was, I don't know how anyone can drink that and go, oh, that's subtle. There's nothing subtle about it.
How are you? I'm doing well as well. An espresso shot, so I don't want it to be like terrible. Really?
Yeah.
So we're gonna go on a whole journey.
Okay.
We're gonna go from espresso. This is a ginger shot.
And this is water?
That's water,
Okay.
yeah.
As a kid, it was so tart. So I just cannot imagine. I remember like my grandma, Grandma Genevieve, drinking and leaving her cup. And I remember, I think me and Sarah like had a sip of it. And I was like, oh gosh, this is horrible. And I have never liked it.
What was your first experience, I guess?
That was my first experience.
Okay.
Was drinking my grandma's coffee, and who knows what else could have been in there, maybe why it wasn't good. And plus, I think she used to drink it black, you know?
Yes.
So there's no flavor.
I love it.
And then I think too, you know, it's Folgers, and I know a lot of people say like that. So it was easy access, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I remember.
That seems to be the common theme, and like you said, I think it goes down to access and what we all had access to. But Folgers really was getting them black dollars back in the day.
A lot, because I remember everything. They would save the containers, and you would find like little girl bobos in it.
Okay.
Or like change. People used to put their extra change in them. Because I remember working at the bank, so many people come with their Folgers or Maxwell's. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I want to say maybe like twice a year max. I'll go into a Starbucks, or I'll go into
we got another Starbucks.
I need a venti dragon fruit mixed peach with, like I read whatever the girl writes.
Yeah.
And I see it, I'm like, that looks pretty. And then like,
Cold brew.
Yeah, like a cold brew.
Okay.
I'll get one of those that have the creamer already mixed, but they're so sweet
my
that I have to put so much ice in it, and I add one. I'm just telling you what it's a sugar kick.
It's a sugar kick. It's not even a caffeine kick at this point.
No, it's no caffeine.
Okay.
You can tell it's no caffeine. It just tastes like pure creamer and sugar.
This is going to be a very interesting experience. Oh my goodness.
Muffin is this?
This is a chocolate orange muffin.
Okay.
And then go back to drinking the espresso shot.
What you said, that makes sense why they do it.
Okay.
Because I hate when I see people drinking coffee like,
oh.
and I just be like, oh my, why are you being so obnoxious? Okay. So now I know they're doing it on purpose. It smells, I don't know how to describe like what coffee smells like to me. I mean, tastes like. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Your cousin Sarah says earthy. Thank you.
Thank you. Ooh, that is.
So.
Okay, so what I do for a living is I'm an attorney.
Okay.
I work for the Milwaukee Public School System. I work in their risk management and procurement department. And so we work and collaborate with the city attorney's office, because the city attorney's office by statute represents the school district. So we work as attorneys, because I have a team of contract law specialists as well.
Okay.
They help, but we all work in collaboration together to get and review legal issues.
Okay.
But they actually represent the school district, the city attorney's office. Who that is? It is like sitting like right here. Okay.
And kind of similar to Hot Ones, except it's reverse.
Oh, it's lighter?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we're gonna slowly add milk.
Y'all here trying to kill me with.
But it still wake you up. But okay, so speaking of wake you up.
Oh, what about you? Okay.
Yeah.
So I have a very energetic 8 and 9-year-old.
Okay.
So that helps, right?
Got you.
To get them up and energized, I come into their rooms with a lot of energy and songs and whatever to get them like moving and not move slow. Absolutely. Like a Diet Coke. Mm-hmm. That's my like usual go-to if I like really need something. Otherwise, I will drink Monster Zero Sugar Peach flavor. That's the only one I like.
Got to your first cortado?
It still smells very tart.
Yeah.
Okay. it is bearable. Like, just let me ask this. Let me tell you this real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I can still get that oil
Mm-hmm.
taste out of it. It's not as bad.
Mm-hmm.
It feels diluted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, still not a fan. Still not a fan. But
Usually it's pretty rough.
it's rough.
But I love that first authentic reaction of people when they try their first espresso shot. That's why I start off with it. That gets you going.
Oh, that's a good question. I have no idea. I mean, that's a hard question because right now I feel like my whole life is like work, kids, function, right? Traveling sites mean and just like seeing the world and making sure that my children see the world for as big as it is and not be so limited to what we every day see.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Oh,
my family is a big deal to me.
My good. But this was the first time that I was so close to someone. So I felt like super invested.
Good.
Tell me about that experience.
Well, it's exhausting, right? Because you like, it's a third job to get to different events so people can get to know you. Because I'm not an elected official, right? I'm not someone who's already in the political realm. A lot of family members that are involved in politics like that to even know, like, oh, these are things you could have done 2-3 years ago if you know you want to be. So it was really like a learning curve all the way through.
Gotcha.
It was amazing to be out and meet so many people from the community and the organizations that are involved in Milwaukee. And I really enjoyed that. That was probably one of my favorite parts, was just mingling and learning. A lot of times when people are out campaigning, the conversation is so one-sided where you're just like telling them why they should vote for you. Oh, I'm such and such, and I'm running for such and such, and you should vote for me because blah, blah, blah.
Right.
It was my favorite conversations where when I'm like, and so then what do you do? Or what organization do you work for? And how do you feel it can impact the role that I am running for? Like, I'm running for a judge, so what do you think you could do to be another resource for the court system? Because I feel like a lot of times the community as a whole feels so detached from the court system.
Yeah.
And so one of the things that I kept saying during my campaign is I want to bring that extension of the community to the court.
Okay. Yeah.
Honestly, tell people what you need from them.
Yeah.
You know, outside of voting, right? Like, they know you want them to vote, but tell them, like, we need more job resources. People commit crimes because of problems, right?
Right.
We need more mental health facilities to refer people to for treatment. So if you provide that service, communicate that to the court system. Don't just assume that we know about these agencies out here.
Right.
So many people feel that the courts are only there to punish people, but a lot of people, a lot of the judges, a lot of the clerks, a lot of the court reporters, everyone who are there is really attorneys too. We don't want people to have to keep going through the system, but a lot of times people are stuck in a cycle, and that's why they end up where, keep coming back, right? And it shouldn't be just because I know a lot of people ask me when I was out, they would say, well, what are you planning to do for the community? And I'm like, I'm hoping to bring this communication, right? Like, I want to hear and see more of you engaging with the court system.
Right.
So, and for me to come so close and, her being an elected official, that was very empowering to me.
Yes.
It's like, okay, you really did this.
Yes.
As an unknown, person in the race. Also said, I learned so much I didn't know, right? You think like I was a political science major, right? So I'm thinking, I kind of understand this process for the most part. But it was so much, I was like, I had to call one of my friends who had ran for Supreme Court Justice and for Wisconsin Supreme Court. And I had called him and I was like, I'm so sorry. I don't feel like I supported you enough. Because I think a lot of people think because they post, right? I post and said vote for this person. Yeah. They hosted fundraising events for people and meet and greets. Like I didn't even know how important those were or what they're going out and get signatures, right? Money. Because campaigns do cost. And that was a big one for me, right? Because I was like, well, yeah, campaigns cost a lot of money. I got that. But those little things count. And a lot of people don't think it means much to give like $25, but it does, because all that adds up. And if you have 10 friends that you can all get them to do, like, can you just give her $20? That's a big deal. And I don't think people recognize that even little amounts matter.
don't need to
They
smell
also
this
get
one.
bigger too.
They also get bigger. Yeah.
All right.
That's pretty good.
It tastes thicker.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the other ones, remember I was saying it wasn't really thick. It was more oily.
Yeah.
Still kind of tart. It's
Okay.
a little bit bitter. That's the word. Not tart, bitter. It's still a little bitter, but the little hint of sweetness off that cherry syrup or whatever she said
Yeah.
is making the bitterness kind of like die out fast.
Yeah. Since the day that you lost the election,
Yes.
in my head I was like, okay, I gotta know. What is next? You have the name recognition now. You've been out there, you got the signatures, you did the dang thing, you came so close to someone that had name recognition.
Yeah.
What is next?
I don't know.
Okay.
Because you have to wait for other judges because there's only so many seats, right? Ideally, it would be someone would leave prior to the end of their term, so then the governor can still appoint a judge to that seat. But there's so many good qualified candidates who have also ran or applied to be judges, so you never know what factors they're considering for their next appointment. So
Gotcha.
that's why I say when people say like, you know, what's next? I don't know.
Right.
Now another judge could have an open seat, and then I could decide, okay, I'm gonna run for that open seat, and then maybe a lot of people will be like, Rochelle, everyone's backing you on this.
Right.
No one's gonna run against you, but you never know.
Gotcha.
Partisans of the law. Like,
Okay.
I really love practicing law. I love like how the law works and how it helps people in our community. I've been wanting to be a lawyer since I was in 3rd grade.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And so,
That's cool.
And I've been wanting to go and like, wanted to be a judge since probably like high school. You should be doing something that really impacts you spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and then it feels like you're giving something to the world.
My final question. How was your coffee experience from beginning to end? Would you do any of these things again? 2-part question, yeah.
Okay. And espresso trash. Potato. It was okay.
Okay.
I wonder if, I know you said like the brand, not a big fan of, if it was a coffee bean infused or something like that, if it would have been a more enjoyable experience. But this latte is good.
Yeah.
I always love the smell of coffee. Like when you walk in and you're like even when you walk in here, it's like, oh my gosh, it smells so good. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I would. Yeah, but this is good. I really like the cherry in this.
Yeah. This is my first time having this latte.
You're so here with me.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for inviting me. I love this.
Oh, thank
I was like,
you.